Hello everybody. This carpet is soft and it's some nice ASMR. I'm back with another 3-2-1 reading. Let me get my little crystals to do some more ASMR. Alright. You ready, baby? You want to hear it, baby? Alright. Comment below if you know what that's from. Okay. Alright, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Sorry if you can hear stuff in the background. I am cooking my lunch. Alright, here's a 1. What else? Spirit. 3, 2, 1. What is the message today? 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Okay, everyone, so what I have here is the 8 of Swords, the Hierophant, the 9 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Judgment, and the 3 of Pentacles. So to me, this is saying that there's been some things you've been worried about. I would highly suggest starting to listen to subliminals because it can help you overcome any anxieties or fears or repeating patterns in your mind. Our brains can be like computer systems. So once the programming is done a certain way, you have to unprogram that basically. And so that's like where, like, honestly, a lot of repetitive trauma-based actions come from. It literally comes from being on repeat, essentially, almost like there should be like a skipping record or a skipping CD back when there were records and CDs. But I see that you've been worried about something that you're trying to create, and I see that you're trying to create happiness and trying to get what you need and want. So there's a lot of lack right now, a lot of lack mentality in America, at least, because there's like a really bad inflation. So it's like, even when you're making good money and you're doing a good job every month, it's not going very far, unfortunately. So it's like, there's like this fear and this lack mentality that has come out of making sure that you get what you need and what you want. And maybe you have been having to make certain sacrifices and you're in a position where you're like, no, I'm really tired of sacrificing. And you understand that sacrificing is kind of like part of the journey, but it shouldn't outweigh what it is that, you know, you shouldn't have to sacrifice everything, right? Like, it shouldn't outweigh the goals that you're trying to achieve. Like, the sacrifice should be equal to what it is that you're trying to gain. And I see here with the 9 of Cups, it's about blessings, but it's also about this guy having his cake and eating it too. So it's like, right now I feel your lack mentality is holding you back from what it is that you're trying to create. So if you're trying to create a stable new beginning, like financially, or like maybe you want a house, or maybe you want a partner, and it's like you're doing a very good job manifesting this. You could be doing some journaling and writing as well, or if you're not, it would be good for you to write down what it is that you want. Take 5 minutes every day to be like, and write it as if you already had it, but feel what it would be like to have those things. So like, if you really need a job right now, be like, it is so wonderful. It feels so good to be stable and secure in a job that I enjoy, you know, whatever it is. Write it as if you already have it, as if you're writing a journal entry for the day of which you've received what it is you're trying to create. That is such good advice. I'm going to say that again. Write it as if it's a journal entry on the day of which you've received what it is that you've been trying to create. So really, you can go in on that, and we're still moving off the energy of the new moon right now. So it's a great time to create. It's a great time to set your intentions for the next month. Now, I see as well that you could be taking control of a situation with someone else here with the how he's like kind of cutting her out of this. So maybe you have a friend that's kind of keeping you stable, or maybe, you know, you decided to cut off a person that was making you feel bad, and it's helping release you from the chains of which you've created through your own lack mentality. And that's not me being judgy or anything. I fucking do that to myself all the time. But I see that you're also getting control over your emotions, and I see too that there was some like dissociative energy, because you can see there's like water here within the desert, and then there's like gray skies. So I feel like there was like this liminal kind of dissociative space or depression or anxiety or something that you were stuck in, and it's like you were able to gain control over your emotions and get the help that you needed, whether it was from someone else or it was from good coping skills or if it was like financial help, whatever it is. You're able to get the help that you needed to help you create what it is that you want going forward and to help bring in your blessings. Now, Spirit is saying here that Judgment Day is coming. So whatever was in your life that was like not built on a stable foundation, it's all about to either be removed or it's about to come in hot to create a stable foundation. So here with the Knight of Wands, it's a very flaky card. It's a passionate card, but it's a flaky card. And so if there's been, so let's say, you know, going back on the idea of manifesting a job, maybe you were doing freelance work, so there wasn't necessarily a stable foundation. You're making money here and there, but you don't have a full schedule. It's like you buckle down, Judgment Day is coming, and you're able to either get a new job where it is you have a stable schedule, or you're able to create that stable schedule for yourself. Just an example. But I see here too that anything that's been in and out of your life, especially too if it's a person, so if there was like a person that was causing you a lot of anxiety and you were like trying to like find the lessons in it or trying to create, you know, what it is that you want a happy relationship. I see that there is communication coming in quick, and you're going to be the judge of whether or not you want to move forward and build the stable foundation. Now, a lot of this flaky energy has come from inner child wounding, like I was saying at the beginning, where like a computer program, and however you program the individual in early childhood really is how they continue to act throughout the rest of their life. So here it's like I see some actual deep conversations happening. There also could be something crazy that happened. So you know how like I just heard you don't know what you have till it's gone. So it's kind of like, okay, so like for me with Cornica, it's like I've personally dealt with a lot of death this year, and death kind of puts perspective on things where it's like you just want to tell people you love them without being prompted to tell them, or you let go of petty shit because you realize it doesn't actually matter in the grand scheme of life. And so it's like I feel like someone could be going through some sort of major epiphany, like they could you know, just something like that where it's like it's earth-shattering. When you lose a loved one, it's earth-shattering and it makes you look at life differently. So I'm not saying that's what they're going through, but something along those lines. Now, it also could be a global situation, right? Because we do have the election coming up, and the last time there was an election, we did have a global issue. So it could be Judgment Day coming for the globe or for the United States or whatever, and this makes this person realize, I've been flying by the seat of my pants. I really need to create a stable foundation with this person, right? Extenuating circumstances making someone realize that their time has run out and that it's time to create the stable foundation, but also taking responsibility for how they acted in the past and their immature behavior due to the programming that they got in early childhood. Now, I'm going to read this on a global scale as well now that I'm getting that message. So Spirit's saying, don't worry, create the reality that you want. You can live in your own reality. So 2020 was the worst year for most people. It was one of my best years financially, and also I spent so much time doing things that I wanted and things that I enjoyed because I did have the financial support to do so, and because I did have the time, energy, and freedom to do so because the world was locked down. And there was a lot of lies told about what it is that you can and can't do during that time, right? So don't worry, create the reality you want and catapult your success off of the fear or off of whatever is going on. Now, I see quickly that Judgment Day is coming, so it's important to create your stable foundations within yourself. So let's say this is the election and it's like there is a Judgment Day coming and it's coming in quick. As long as you have the stable foundation within yourself, there's nothing to worry about. You're the creator of your own reality and you'll still be blessed even if the world is going to shit. I just heard that song, sorry, I was cooking lunch. But I guess that's confirmation from Spirit. So I just heard that song, even if the sky is falling. I don't know, put your pretty little hand in mine. I'll link it in the comments. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but yeah, that's what I have for us. I am going to get us a card for, what's it called? Advice. No. Okay. All right, I understand. So we got no, and to me this is saying wait, postpone, pause, say no. I feel like it has to do with boundaries, and I also feel like it's saying how you create your own reality, right? You create your own reality, so it's like you can say no to their evil agenda. You can say, I do not consent. You know what I've been saying a lot lately? I do not consent to war, because I don't consent to war. I want peace, and I don't care who's, like, I'm not picking sides. I want peace, and I don't want innocent people to get murdered. So I'm saying no to war and yes to peace. And I feel like this is touching on that, on the global events and everything like that going on. It's like you can say, I do not consent. Like, people don't realize the power of saying I do not consent. I only realized it when, like, I was doing it all through 2020 and I was not having the same timeline as everyone else. I really can't stress to you enough, especially right now while the veil is thin, that the timeline of the collective does not have to be the timeline of the individual, and that our collective non-consent can really make big changes. Because it's not like, I've said it a million times before, it's not like we can go take a plane over and stop the war ourselves single-handedly. We can't do that. So we have to work on it where we can and do what we can in the spaces of which we have the ability to. And we have answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? So no matter what the collective is saying, or no matter what the collective timeline that they're trying to bring down, what is your soul calling you to do? What are you called to do at this time? What are you called to believe at this time? What are you called to consent to and what not to consent to at this time? And also, too, you could be getting a call from someone, and it's okay to set your boundaries. So they might call you and they might want something from you. It's okay to say no. They might call you and ask you to do something. It's okay to say no, I'm tired, I want to stay home. You might get a call from this person that I was talking about earlier, if it's a romantic person trying to come in, and it's like you have to say no, you can't make the same mistake. So it's like, it's not saying no to that person altogether, but like, let's say they want to try their same old I'm rushing in and rushing out. You're saying no, if you want to come in my life, you got to build a stable foundation. So that's what I have for us all today. I hope you enjoyed my 3-2-1 reading. I hope you guys all have a beautiful day, and I love ya, and I will talk to you soon. All right, bye. And I will see you another time. Okay, bye. Love you.